Hold up, sorry. Oh. Make sure this is not too loud, not too loud. Alright. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another stream. That's right, I'm streaming 2 days in a row. This one is going to be a little bit more serious, just because I want to be respectful covering this, just because, in case this is what leads to the identification of this Jane Doe case, I don't want to be disrespectful to any of the family members who may be related to her. Just keep that in mind. I'm going to be doing reactions at the end of this, because this isn't going to be probably that long of a stream, at least like last night, so just, all I ask is that chat, just be respectful, or, I mean, I can't control what you do, so just do what you want, but just, at least try to be respectful. You can roast me all you want, I don't care, You can accuse me of the barking, which I've never done, all you want, but, in regards to the case, we're going to try to remain professional here, because we're professionals, So let me just, real quick. Anyways, while I get everything set up, hopefully everyone is doing well tonight. I've actually been on time, or if not that, then early these last 2 nights, so I'm kind of on a roll with streaming. I just gotta keep going, So, do I want to... Okay, so actually, cool news, actually. The Lost Wave live stream actually got It actually went live again. Like if I do this, hold on. Look it, it's back on. It's pretty cool that we're back. I was actually kind of sad because at first I thought it was part of I was part of the reason why the shit went down, just because, like, I kind of sent my chat over there and everyone started spamming all this crap, and and then, like, shortly afterwards the stream went down, but I was told that it was because of connection issues, like a stream kept buffering and lagging, so not sure why I just closed it. You know what, let me, just so I don't get, like, distracted with, like, lyrics in the background, let me actually just get, like, my usual jazz music playing in the background while I cover this tonight. So, let me get everything set up here real quick. Hopefully everyone... Oh, I already said that, sorry. Okay. Alright. Music is kind of peaceful tonight. So, I covered this once on my live stream before. The case of the Jane Doe from Albuquerque, Becca. Becca is the placeholder name because that may potentially be her name, or at least so we've believed since 2020. So, there's actually since, in this past week, has been actually a really strong potential lead as to who this woman may be. Now, nothing is confirmed or anything, but this is a strong potential lead, so we're gonna cover it just because it looks plausible. Again, I said this in my description, I'm not going to be that kind of guy where anytime there's a small potential lead, I'm going to cover it just to cover a story, or just because I think everything could be true, like, oh my god, this is everyone knows that, this is everyone knows that, this is the band behind everyone knows that. No. However, there's some really strong links in regards to this case, so I believe this may be close to being solved if everything about this is true. Well, not true, it's just like if DNA is run and links are able to be put together, and this woman's actually properly identified. I will say that for as long as this case has been around, it has been nothing but convoluted, confusing, and just, kind of just odd. And, like, this lead doesn't get much easier, so... Albuquerque Jane. Yeah, that's... Yep, not even Doe. Jeffy Doe. Nope, we're doing a Jane Doe tonight. So, so what I'm going to do first, I'm just going to really quickly go over the synopsis of what the Becca case is like, and then we will, we'll talk about the lead. Breaking Bad reference. I wasn't even going to make a Breaking Bad reference, so he beat me to it, so. What's up, Tykes? Howdy, Noble Babes. Yeah, that's right, the Noble Babes are in the house tonight. So, let me catch y'all up real quick in case you don't know about the story. So, yo, what's up, Eclipse? What's up, man? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Mr. Egg is here as well. VCC. Gang's all here. So, real quickly, let's just do a quick synopsis of the Jane Doe case. So, back on June 5th, 1991 in Albuquerque, New Mexico, at a hotel, it was a Super 8 motel, actually, a security guard found the body of a hanging woman who was hanging from a suitcase strap in the shower curtain. And her body had been decomposed, and it was speculated that she had been dead for 2 days by that point. So the backstory is, on June 3rd, 1991, a local truck driver whose name was Edward Collins checked into that motel, and he rented the room apparently for 2 people for 1 night and was expected to check out the next morning at 11 a.m. 2 days go by on June 5th, and they realized that Edward Collins never actually checked out of the building. So what happens is they sent the security guard down to go see if he was still in there. When he realizes that the door was locked from the inside, he has to pry it open. He gets in there, doesn't see anything unusual at first. It's not until he gets into the bathroom that he realizes that there's the woman hanging from the shower curtain. And now here's the thing. So right off the gate, there's already a million interesting things about this case. First off, let's just jump right to it. The photo. This is one of very few times we have an actual photo of this woman, and yet we still can't identify her. It is a little unnerving, but this is the photo. I've shown it before in my last stream, but this is Becca. This man has never actually, there's no leads whatsoever as to who this is, but this is the woman who was found hanging from the shower curtain. So we believe, there's many similarities that we can assume that the woman in this photo was the woman who hung herself in the shower curtain. What's up, visual confusion? Mr. White, I found Becca. Jesus Christ. Bro's gonna get Deafy Joed? Probably. Anyways, Jane the Killer. Wasn't there actually a thing, Jane the Killer? Like the Jeff the Killer, like female version? Didn't they actually make a story called Jane the Killer? That's actually crazy. Anyway, so this was a Polaroid photo that was found in the motel room along some of her other belongings when the body was found. Alongside this photo found was a bracelet. This is the clothing she had on when she was found. A suitcase full of clothes. A purse and a pocketbook, which had money in it. There was beer. There were, I guess, beers, and there was some cigarettes there. And there was a scale with the name George Martinez on it. Right next to the photo, you can see right there. Now, with all of these things here, you probably think, oh, this would probably be easy to identify this woman, right? We have a photo. We have all this luggage. She probably has identification on her, right? Nope. For 33 years now, this woman has gone completely unidentified. It wasn't until 2021 that people speculated that she may have been a prostitute named Becca from California who flew to Albuquerque, New Mexico. So, what the hell does that say? Yup. What's up, Opals? Welcome to the stream. Also, things to note here. At first, it was believed that this man was Edward Collins, the guy in the photo, right? Because that was the guy who checked in the same room that the body was found, so they assumed that this is Edward Collins, right? Well, it wasn't until a few years later that Edward Collins' family was found and contacted about Edward Collins, and they said that he actually died a few years prior, and they also said that this is not him. What does that say? This stream is worth a Maximilian. 100%. Really appreciate that. Wonder if they made everyone knows that. Everyone knows that lead? Ignore my horrible pun. It's too late, I already read it, and your chances of becoming mod have dwindled tremendously. Everyone knows that George Martinez, Eddie Edmond, and Becca. Oh my god. I'm trying to have a serious stream here, guys. No, I'm not actually. Do whatever you want. I don't care. I'm not gonna freaking silence people. Anyways, George got ulterior motives. Facts, dude. All right, things to note. Not only was Edward Collins, he passed away a few years prior. His family said that this man is not Edward Collins. They don't know who this man is. They also don't know who this woman is either. So Edward Collins, from what his family's saying, is out of the picture. Also, another thing to note, this woman had heroin in her system at the time her body was found. So, some other characteristics. She had curly strawberry blonde hair, hazel or gray eyes, no scars, marks, or tattoos. She had heroin, and she's possibly of Hispanic descent. She was wearing a multicolored bikini underwear, multicolored tank top, one size, white denim slacks with a zipper, 3 white metal earrings, a wide metal silver/golden bracelet, dark blue or dark suede purse, and a patterned pocketbook, which we went over. So, now right off the gate, of course, this is unnerving because we have a photo, we have all this stuff, and we have a woman who was found hanging, but yet no one can identify her. And 33 years later, it's still the same. I guess before I go into the lead, let me just show some other photos. This is what the post-mortem reconstruction looks like at the time her body was discovered. And someone actually did a really cool piece of art to show what she may have looked like when she was alive. And this is what she looked like. And, this is, I'm assuming what the hotel room looked like. There's all the crap in the background. There's the golden bracelet. Her hair was very curly like this. It was permed curly, from what people say. Light eyes. He's counting all the sheeps in the sky. Oh my god. Caught up in the world of lies. Tracks with Breaking Bad. Investigators should have called Saul. Facts, dude. Saul would have gotten on this case and would have gotten Becca out of this situation. For real. So, now, that leads us to today. So, why am I making a stream today about Becca? I've already covered this, Max. What are you doing for? What are you doing this for? You just trying to show off Jane Doe's? No, actually, there has actually been a very strong potential lead that the person who is claiming these things, I know for a fact, is legitimate, and they're genuinely just trying to find answers. So, again, this is where I get the joking, I get the sarcasm. Keep doing it to me, but for this next bit of the stream, all I ask is that you just be respectful to this person. You can make jokes about me, you can do whatever. And again, you can do whatever you want. I can't really tell y'all what to do, so... But all I ask is that if you guys could be just respectful while I cover this next part of the case, because in case this woman who made this post that I'm about to read is related to Becca, this is a very sensitive and serious thing for her, so I just want to be respectful to that. You guys can keep making, Breaking Bad jokes, and everyone knows that leads, and, Max Bark. You can do that, just in regards to this person directly, please just be respectful. That's all I ask. So is this like Lost Wave, but the people who made them? See what I mean? Yeah, I know. She's got blue eyes like the sky. I mean, she is very pretty. But that's besides the point, alright? Of course I would say that. Alright? Appreciate that. Again, I'm not gonna ban anybody or whatever. Just again, just show respect to this person. Keep doing it to me. We're cool, alright? So, 5 days ago on, February 3rd, at 10:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, a person who goes by the Reddit username Time Sure Does Fly posted this post to the Grateful Doe subreddit. I'm going to read it, and we're going to go on from there. So, I stumbled across Jane Doe Becca in Albuquerque several years back while trying to find clues about my mother's whereabouts. I'm pretty bad at explaining, but I'm going to do my best here. I am 29 years old, born and raised in New Mexico. My father is a native from here, but my mother isn't. My mother was born in Chicago, Illinois, but grew up in Cali/Arizona. She was abandoned by her own mother when she was a teen. Her mother was a stripper/drug addict who would travel with various men, even going from state to state. Now, my mother didn't know much of her own family and was in the foster system after being abandoned. Now, the timelines here is that my mother was 15 years old in 1991 when Becca was discovered. My mother, living in Arizona at the time, somehow heard that her mother was in the New Mexico Albuquerque area with a dark-skinned man. My mother moved to New Mexico and entered a group home attempting to locate her mother who abandoned her. It's plausible my mother's mother is in the age range of 25 to 35 during this time. My mother has hazel eyes, was born with red strawberry blonde hair. The reason this case really sticks with me and makes me think is because my mother herself became a drug addict and in turn abandoned me as a teen, and while I attempted to find any trace of her, as she is an orphan, I am her only family, I found Becca Jane Doe and was so taken back by her photos and post-mortem drawing, I thought I had found my own mother's reconstruction and photo. I really want to know what I can do. I want to do DNA, but read Becca Jane Doe was cremated. I know nothing about my mom's mom, but I can ask my mother, who is alive. She was rescued off the streets and is in the facility. It is possible she can give us more details. I can ask more questions, names possibly. Any tips? I have photos of my mother, but unfortunately none of my grandmother, who could be Becca Jane Doe. So just, again, like the timeline, her mother may potentially be the daughter to the Albuquerque Jane Doe, Becca. So right off the gate, we're already seeing a few similarities. So her mother was a drug addict and abandoned her as a teen, and she even said that her mother had her as a teen. And I'm kind of jumping ahead here, but she also mentions that her mom's mom had her mother when she was also a teenager and abandoned her when she was a kid. So, strawberry blonde hair, there's drug addiction in the family, hazel eyes, abandonment of, their children. So there's already a few similarities. Born and raised in Albuquerque, New Mexico. whatchamacallit, her mom being from Chicago but grew up in Cali/Arizona. Now, at first, this probably doesn't seem too much to stick out, right? But don't forget that someone who gave the name to the Albuquerque Jane Doe, who gave her the name Becca, said that she may be a prostitute from California. Okay? Now, in regards to the Chicago part, Illinois, we're going to get back to that in a second because there may be something that's at play with that there. So, anyways. So, like, a few people respond. They're like, they thank her for sharing. They're telling her to do DNA test. But she also states on this same post, she goes, I forgot to add in the body text, but my mom has been known to use fake names and identities and said her mom used to do the same. She even says her mother's name on her birth certificate isn't her real name. I'm new to Imgur, I think that's how you say it, or Imgur, I don't know, I've never known how to say that, but I'm going to upload some of the few pics I have of my mom from before she was trafficked. Maybe if anyone is good at comparing faces, we can look at her and Becca side by side. I absolutely thought I was looking at a post-mortem drawing of my mom with her hair permed, and the infamous open mouth photo of Becca looks so much like my mom being goofy. I will gladly answer any and all questions, and I'm praying this goes somewhere and helps us possibly solve this case. We can also try and contact my mother. She was trafficked in Albuquerque for several years, and unfortunately her mental state has really taken a toll from the drug use and abuse and just a whole life of chaos. She is currently in a treatment facility in New Mexico. I don't know how much she remembers of this or if it will trigger her, but I'm willing to ask. Sirocco is quite far from where I live because we could possibly just show her these photos and see what she says. So, I have 12 notifications. Oh, I know. I just refuse to look at them. My computer just crashed? I'm sorry to hear that. Welcome back, though. So, one person asked, would she be willing to have her DNA taken, assuming she's still able to consent? I can try and ask. If not, maybe they could also take mine because I'm definitely willing. Here's the only thing, though. I recently found this out about the Becca case. Apparently, she was cremated when she wasn't supposed to. From what I understand, what happened was Becca's body was cremated because it got switched up with another person's corpse when they were supposed to be cremated, and Becca was just supposed to be buried. So, dental records and fingerprints are available, just not DNA, to my understanding. So, again, I'm not entirely sure how the DNA testing and stuff works, but hopefully if she's able to give her DNA on Ancestry.com, it can trace back to Becca if this is indeed her grandmother. Doing something really important, not even working, bruv. Alright. Eddie is just a facade. Yeah, he is. Eddie Edmond. Come on, a name like that, there's bound to be no one who exists with that name, Anyways, I just want to see if there's anything else. Okay, we're going to get to that in a second. Okay, so it's people just, people are just messaging on this. Okay, so, alright, so now, she said that she was going to upload a side-by-side comparison of her mother to Becca, the Jane Doe. So 2 days ago, she made this post on the Grateful Doe subreddit. Albuquerque Jane Doe Becca photos added. So, and we have a side-by-side comparison where we have the reconstruction of the Jane Doe, and we have this woman's mother. She didn't state her name, but that doesn't matter. So, right off the gate, I'm going to be honest, I see similarities. Okay? Eyebrows are on point. The facial structure is similar. The lips, the nose is a little different. Hers is a little bit more, it goes down a little bit more, but like the eye shape is it's a huge, like, it looks similar. I'm not saying exact, but I wouldn't be surprised if this woman was the offspring to this woman. All right, there's right off the gate similarities. Eddie was just a marketing strategy pulled off by Andre to get more people to listen to his music. What are you talking about? He wanted more people to be his clients as a dentist. So I don't want own smile, spread wing, and dance while. I had to read that like 3 times in my head. Anyways, Time Sure Does Fly says this. After my initial post, I reached out to the detective working on this case. I haven't received a response back, but will update when and if I do. I'm very new to this, so if there's any other agencies I should contact, please let me know. I'm going to attempt to call my mother and ask her about anything she may know about her mother, including names she used. If you didn't see my original post, my mother, who was a teen in foster care in the 90s, Arizona, Cali, Illinois, who got information around 1991 or earlier that her mother, a sex worker and drug addict, was in New Mexico, Albuquerque. My mother and her mother had no ties to any family and both often went by false names or nicknames. My mom never ended up finding her mother, so she's still out there somewhere, alive or dead. My mom would be the only person who could name or ID her mother. I added a picture of Becca's sketch next to a photo of my mother in her 20s, okay? So that's where the photo comes from. This is her mother. Oops! This is her mother, and that's the Jane Doe. So, throughout this thread, she has been responding to people, updating with any information she got. And so, here is the big one. She posted this 2 days ago. She says, update. I called the long-term facility my mom is in. I talked to her and asked details. Keep in mind she has severe trauma and brain damage from drug use and it isn't easy to talk to her. Some things I found out. My mom was abandoned when she was 12, 3 years before Becca was found. She told me her mom was in Albuquerque when she was 12, and that was the last place she ever heard she was. I asked what she looked like. She said she was beautiful and men loved her. She had hazel eyes, sandy brown hair, permed curly. She said one of her fake names was Paula Hartman, but her real name is Brenda Veltej. I'm unsure of the correct spelling of that surname, but that is what she told me. She has absolutely no photos, so I think we're going to need DNA/legal records of some sorts to find any sort of connection if there is one. Now here's another thing that I want to point out that she said that's actually really interesting. She also said specifically, but I think she died. I think someone killed her. Take that as you may, but that's what she said to me. Now, you know, that's just what she said, but don't forget that at the beginning, when we talked about the actual origins of this Jane Doe, right off the gate, there's confusion. Because how did Edward Cullen check into a room one night, and then 2 days later, he's nowhere to be found, the door's locked from the inside, and now there's a body hanging in there? Like, it's kind of suspicious when you think about it. But, it's besides the point. Someone asked, did you ever show her the picture of Becca? She goes, never. Unfortunately, she is pretty far from me and in a long-term treatment facility, so I don't think she has internet access. I would love to be able to get down there and just show her what, and see what she says. So, this is where things get interesting. Luna Sixth Symphony comments this. Found this. Veltej is a last name. A family by that name adopted a girl named Brenda in Illinois in 1960. Might be something to look into. This is said article. He links this. So, this is from a newspaper article in Edwardsville, in Illinois, December 15th, 1960. It just states, petition for adoption of a child named Brenda Mae Dockery. So that's the name before they became a Veltej. Mae Dockery. Petition for a child named David Lee Dockery, her brother. And at the time, they were both minors. Louis Veltej and Faye Veltej, petitioners versus Barbara Dockery, Lowell Dockery, Brenda Mae Dockery, a minor, David Lee Dockery, a minor, defendants. The requisite affidavit for publication having been filed, notice is hereby given to you and each of you, Barbara Dockery and Lowell Dockery, and to whom I don't know why newspapers back in like the 1400s or whenever the hell this was made always talk like this. They always make it so convoluted and so complicated. Same thing when like you read like laws of a degree. Like, you want to see a law, you go to like section I, section E, and it's like the most verbose thing you've ever read. So basically what this is saying, like, I'm assuming this is how it's set up when adoption is going up. They make something about it in the newspaper, and they make it seem like it's a Supreme Court case. They do Louis Veltej and Faye versus Barbara Dockery and Lowell Dockery, which I'm assuming, if this is Becca, are her maiden parents. So, again, I'm reiterating that this is not confirming anything is true. This is just a lead. But if this is true, we find out that this woman's grandmother is Becca, then Becca's real name is Brenda Mae Dockery, soon to be Brenda Veltej. So, and if you think about the timeline, it adds up, because this woman goes on to state, time sure does fly, she goes on to state that her mom had her when she was a teen. She was born in 1995, and her mom was, I forget, either 17 or 18 years old. She leaves a comment with that. I'll read it in a second. She said her mother did the same thing. She had her when she was still in high school at like 17 years old. Her mother was born in 76. If that's the case, that means that Brenda was given up at like right as soon as she was born in 1960. She could have been born either in 1960 or 1959, around that time. So right off the gate, the timeline is adding up. Strawberry blonde hair, hazel eyes, similarities with her mom and Becca, similar areas. You know, we have Illinois. She said her mother's from Chicago. Yeah. So, anyways. So she responds, "Oh my God, this is crazy, especially because Illinois is where my mom was born in the 70s. I think this could be something potential." Search Veltej, Brenda, and David both appear on this page. Brenda was class of 77, making her born in 59 to 60. It's adding up. I forgot to add this part too. Yeah, so old friends. Here, okay, so here's where it actually gets a little confusing though, because you know how we talked about that this Brenda girl was from Chicago, from Illinois, but you know, like, you know, she was adopted by the Veltej, you know, and like this woman's mother was born in Chicago from Illinois, but she grew up in, you know, Arizona, California, whatnot. And the Becca, you know, they said Becca may have been from California. Well, now we're adding the state of Florida into this because Moore Haven Junior Senior High School is in Moore Haven, Florida. But if you go to the 1970s list, if you go to 1977, Brenda May Veltej, right there. Brenda May Veltej. So she kept her middle name, she just got rid of her last name, Dockery. Brenda May Veltej. And then I think her brother was class of 78. It's also kind of funny that there's an actual John Doe right here. What am I doing? Or was he a year before? Regardless. So she, yeah, class of 77. Granted, it's all the way in Florida. She responds, "Wow, if this is her, that would mean my mom was born while she was still in high school. My mom was born in 76. My mom was pregnant with me at 17. Wait, so that means she would be born in... Wait, hold on. So she was born in 76. Okay, wait, hold up. Pregnant with me at 17, and I was born when she was 18. 76. So she was born in like... Okay, so this woman was born in like 94 then. Not 95. This woman was born in 94 because that means she's 29, about to turn 30. So it's very possible her mom was quite young as well. Here, okay, so is this the next one? No. What the hell is this one? Oh, this is just a medical report for, again, St. Anthony's. This is from 1965. This is in Alton, Illinois. Where does it say? Brenda Veltej, Brighton... Okay, it's just a medical report. I just wanted to show that as well. So now here, this person comments, this was 2 hours ago, in the news article posted about the house fire, it says that Brenda was 12 and David 11 in 1969, but the yearbook page indicates she graduated a year later than David. Could be a mistake by the reporters, but given your mother's age, it is possible that Brenda took a year off due to pregnancy. Oh, I actually didn't know that. That actually could be a good point too, actually. So now, what is he talking about? This one right here. So, apparently, if this is the same person, this one's from Fort Myers, Florida. Around the time, like, you know, years before Brenda graduated. It gets confusing, bouncing from, like, Illinois to Florida to New Mexico to California. That's why, if this is true, that's probably why this case has been unidentified for so long, you know? Anyways. Children linked to arson shifted to Page Park home. So I actually haven't read this. I'm not gonna... Oh, this is kind of long. There's no one in chat right now. There's 8 people watching, but I'll just gotta keep talking then. So, 3 children who had been charged with arson and kept in juvenile detention home in Harlem Heights since October 10th were transferred to the Page Park Children's Home Monday at the order of Juvenile Judge Thomas Shands. The judge ordered the children be temporarily placed in the home as dependents until the received results of a psychiatric examination of their father. The father was accused by 3 neighbors of beating, cursing, and abusing the children. All 3 children are adopted. The children, Brenda May Veltej, David Lee Veltej, 12, David's 11, and Rusty Louis Veltej, I think that says 9, of 4754 Hunters Green Drive, East Fort Myers, were accused of setting fire to a house of their neighbors, Mr. and Mrs. Gary Martin of 47060 Hunters Green Drive, on October 10th. Brenda admitting setting the fire Monday, but said her brothers were not involved. The girl said she started the fire in paper she stuffed into a hole in the Martins' utility room using matches she took from the bottom of a dresser drawer. The girl said Rusty watched her set the fire, but David was doing homework at the time. Sheriff Sergeant Robert Burke said Brenda told him after her arrest that Rusty got... Why is this cut off? Oh, here we go. Whoops. I gotta find my spot again. Sarah set the fire, Rusty had gotten the matches for her, but the boys were implicated only because they knew of their sister's intent. So now we got more information that the adoptive parents, Lewis, or at least the adoptive father, Lewis, apparently had been abusing these children. So, we have, these children are adopted, and their adoptive parents are abusing them. So, right off the gate, that's some seriously fucked shit right from the start for this poor woman, or for this poor girl. I'm not trying to, justify setting fire to your neighbor's house, but, a lot of times when people, do things like sex work, become drug addicts, and when they abandon their own children, a lot of times that could be because maybe they never knew who their parents were, or their adoptive parents that they did have, or their parents that they had were just abusive to them. So, I'm not saying that's always the case, but a lot of times when you look at, people who have drug addictions and things like that, a lot of times it stems from family problems. So, the fire, wait, let me see. I just want to see if there's any more about Brenda. The petition alleged, wait, hold up. Burke arrested the children and they were placed in the detention home after it was discovered that the three neighbors had signed a petition charging child abuse on September 17th, more than 3 weeks before the fire. The petition alleged that the father, Louis Valtege, had used excessive punishment which could be construed cruel treatment by use of fists in correcting and verbal abuse by cursing minor children. It was signed before Mrs. Mildred Rigg, Chief Juvenile Counselor by Mrs. Martin, Mrs. Bertha, blah, 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 blah. Juvenile authorities said that they were investigating the allegation of child abuse when the fire was set and the children were picked up. Judge Shan said he would have released the children to their parents except for the petition against the father. Why are we talking about Becca? Because there's a strong potential lead as to who this woman may be. I just covered two of the main Reddit posts that a woman who goes by the username Time Sure Does Fly posted about. I don't know. I mean, I've covered Jane Does and I think a few John Does, or maybe not. I think I've covered only Jane Does though on my channel, but it's just something that I do like to cover. Which most of the time I will cover Lost Wave, unidentified music. That I know that's mainly what my channel's for, but I do have a fascination with Jane Doe cases, John Doe cases, really anything unidentified media, music, people. So, if there's a really fascinating John or Jane Doe case I like, expect to see a stream about that. So, when I found out about that petition, I was put on notice of the possibility of child abuse. There may be nothing to it, but I have to protect the children until I find out. That's my primary responsibility in a case like this, and I couldn't release the children until a hearing could be scheduled. My question is, where's the mother? Where's Mrs. Valtege? What's her name? Faye, I think it was? Faye, yeah. Where the hell is Faye? All three petitioners testified during the hearing Monday. This is just more about the petition. She testified that on September 17th, the day she signed the petition, she was in her utility room and saw through her window into the Valtege's living room. Valtege followed Brenda into the room, grabbed the girl by the arm, and kicked her repeatedly, Mrs. Allen said. The woman said she had heard and seen many other instances but could not pinpoint them. You could hear the licks clear down the street. Oh my god. That's fucking brutal. Mrs. Martin, who lives next door to the Valtege's home, said she saw Brenda sitting at the dining room table one day. When Valtege asked her what a certain word was, she apparently gave a wrong answer. He'd strike her and scream at her. She said she saw Brenda mopping the kitchen floor on another day and saw her father scream at her, hit her, and knock her and the mop bucket down. Dude, okay, again, this is fucking I didn't read this part before coming into this. I read like everything else. I pulled up the news articles, before streaming. I didn't read this. Wow. Okay. Mrs. Watson said she had never actually seen Veltej lay a hand on the... Wait, Mrs. Watson... Wait. Oh, this is Mrs. Watson. This is another neighbor. Sorry. Said she had never actually seen Veltej lay a hand on the children, but one day I heard him beat them for 2 hours. He screams at them. He's after them every other night. It always seems to be about homework. Veltej said he has never beaten or kicked the children or used his fist on them. I have used a belt on the seat of their pants, but I have never used vile language, and I will not let the kids use it, he said. Veltej also said Mrs. Martin's husband has threatened to kill the Veltej dog if it is not kept in its own yard. Mrs. Veltej... Oh, here we go. So now the mom's coming in. Here we go. Mrs. Veltej says she has never seen her husband strike the children with his fist or heard him use vile language. I don't know where the neighbors got their information, but we love the children very much, she said. John Lane, manager of the juvenile detention home, said that both boys had told him their father hit them on the shoulders and on the behind with his fists. Lane said, however, none of the children had bruises or marks on their bodies when they were taken to the home. Okay, in response to a question by the judge, David said if we did something real bad, he'd hit us, but he never hit us real hard. He's just trying to scare us so we won't do it again. All 3 children said that they had no fear of their father and wanted to go home. That's just a typical thing of the honeymoon cycle. It doesn't have to be a relationship with a love partner or a significant other, but it could, you can still do that with an abusive parent. They beat them, the children get angry, they run away, but they're scared of their father or their mother, whoever's abusing them. The father apologizes, wants them to come back, and then they go back. A honeymoon cycle can happen with parents and children too. It doesn't have to just be fucking boyfriend and girlfriend. And just because the children didn't have bruises on them, that doesn't mean that they weren't hit. Again, like they said that he would hit us, but he wouldn't hit us hard. If he's still using his fist, again, you'd have to punch someone pretty, not like at an extreme force, but you'd have to hit someone pretty hard with your fist to bruise them. A decent velocity. But still, even if he's not hitting them that hard, the fact that he's still using his fist on children and he's screaming and yelling at them, and now that we have multiple neighbors confirming that they either saw or heard this guy Lewis beat them, it's 2 against 1 at this point. And of course the father's not just going to openly admit that he beats his kids. Of course he's going to say, yeah, I don't beat my kids. He's going to try to mitigate it. He's going to say, yeah, I use the belt, but I use it on their behinds, nothing else. I make sure they don't swear. So of course he's going to say that. And I'm going to assume that if this man's abusive to the children, he's probably abusive to his wife. And I'm assuming that Mrs. Veltej, for her safety, is either she's along with this and she's a part of the abuse, or she's afraid of her husband and this was just her trying to fend for herself. Yeah, actually, wait. Anecdotally, you don't have to hit that hard to be bruised. Well, okay, I mean, I was thankfully never abused by my parents, and I've never gotten bruises from specifically from a punch or kick. So I didn't know. I would think that I guess it would depend where you got hit too. If someone punched you in the shoulder, maybe you get a little mark for a little bit, but I don't think a bruise on the arm and maybe, I don't know. Judge Sands said Veltej, if he would be willing to submit to a psychiatric valuation, Veltej agreed, and the judge entered the temporary order placing the children in the Page Park home as dependent children. So that was 1969. Okay. Now this isn't the rest of it. So there's more shit here too. That's the thing. Here we go. Okay, so we also have a potential photo of Brenda. Well, not of potential. We do have an actual photo of Brenda, potentially Becca, and it's from this news article right here from March 26, 1972. Here's the only thing, though. It says she's 16 here. This is from 1972. That means she would have been born, in 56, not 59 or 60. That's so. And if she was born in 56, then yeah, she would be 12, probably in 1969 before her birthday, when she would eventually turn 13. So the age is kind of a little iffy. That's one of the, not downfalls, but that's one of the iffy parts of this case, that this woman, Brenda, apparently, there's two this isn't a mistake now, I would say, if there's two different articles stating what her age was. You know, if she was 12 in 1969, you know, probably soon to be 13. But well, then wait, and then she was... Let me write this down. Hold up. Just because I don't want to do this all in my head. So let's see. So she was born in 1956. Let's just say that, right? And then, you know, that's when she was born. In 1969, that's when she was, it said 12, right? Soon to be 13 probably. But then in 1972, it said she was 16. Now this is from Fort Myers, Florida. There is a small case that this could potentially just be another Brenda Valtej, as I'm imagining this woman wasn't the only person with the name Brenda Valtej. Yeah, I am showing the photo. Okay, so that's her right there, the Brenda Valtej from Fort Myers, Florida. Okay, no, actually, no, it would add up. If she was born in 1956, then, yeah, she would be 16 in 1972. But then the only thing is, though, how is she 12 in 1969, and then only 3 years later, she's 16? And, because, like, that news article was from, when was that from? What the hell is it? It's from 1969, right? Yeah, this one, it's from November 18th, 1969. And if she was still 12 at that time in October, she wouldn't be 16 until either October, November, or December of 1972. So maybe this one could also be wrong, and the other one was correct. So maybe she was only 15 here, and maybe this is just simply a typo. It's just, you know, just to try to pinpoint the actual dates, age ranges, things like that to it. So this goes on to say Brenda Valtej, 16, reaches for an egg on the Easter tree donated to the Lee County Children's Home by the Caloosahatchee Garden Club, while some of the other children patiently wait for their turn. The eggs are hollow and filled with candy and coins. Okay, so again, like it's kind of linking up. You know, Fort Myers, Florida, Chicago, boom, boom, boom. What's up, Sinking Ships fan? Hi, welcome to the stream. We're doing something a little different tonight, so pardon the slowness. Did I cover this? That's just the medical report. We can get rid of that. We cover that one. Children linked to arson. Now here's another thing too. Her brother Rusty, apparently, in 1976, killed Louis Valtej, his adoptive father. A 16-year-old youth, Rusty Valtej, and a 14-year-old companion were indicted yesterday. This was released on July 17th, 1976. Were indicted yesterday on the first-degree murder charges in the shooting death of the Valtej father, Louis Valtej. Glades County Sheriff Roy Lundy said the father was found at the family's home July 6th with a .22 caliber bullet in the back of his head. Rusty, why the fuck did you do that? Yeah, for real. Valtej died last Friday. Young Valtej and Ronald Adams are also charged with burglary of Lundy's department store owned by the sheriff's son. A .22 caliber revolver was stolen, which is believed to be the weapon that killed Valtej, according to Lundy. Lundy said the 16-year-old will be transferred from the Fort Myers Youth Detention Center to the Glades County Jail today. Adams was arrested yesterday at his mother's home. So there is just a whole cobweb of fuck going on in relation to this Brenda girl. Rip Louis Valtej. Yeah, dude, R.I.P., you know, completely innocent man. Man, dude, R.I.P., I'm sure he was a nice guy. He never yelled or screamed at his children. I'm sure he was a very happy man. And I'm sure that his children loved him very much, and they would never go on to do bad things to themselves, you know, shit like that. Anyways, so that happened. So there's all these pieces. So we have, so just, I guess, just for like a timeline, let's do, I'm gonna do this real quick just so we can get like a kind of a timeline. So why are we getting rips in chat? So her maiden name is Brenda Mae Dockery. Oops. Brenda Mae Dockery. Born between 1950 1956 to 1960, just to give a time frame, right? Adopted by Louis Veltej. Wait, what? Oh, Veltez. I don't even know how to say it. I've probably been saying Veltej the whole time. It's Veltez. That's how I spelled it. And Veltez in 1960. So that makes her name Brenda Mae Veltej. Has 2 brothers, David and Rusty. From Illinois. Wait, let me check here. Right. Actually, wait, let me pull up that. Hold on, let me pull up that medical thing again. I gotta find it again. Hold up. Yeah, here we go. Does it mention anything of Louis Veltej here? No, because this is in Alton, Illinois, 1965. And then 1969, Fort Myers, Florida. This could be the same, you know, this is also from Fort Myers. This is the same Brenda. The question is, though, no, wait, it is, never mind. So, okay, so at one point, the family moved from Illinois to Florida. They moved from Illinois to Florida. They lived in Fort Myers, and then they went to, eventually, Moorhaven Junior High School in Moorhaven, Florida. Okay, so, from Illinois, moved to Florida. So that's for Brenda Mae Dockery. Okay, so Illinois moved to Florida. And then, hold up. Graduated in 1977. Sassy the Sea Scorch. Graduated in 1977. Sorry, I've been watching a lot of the Big Luz shows, so sometimes I'll just periodically just speak like Sassy. Graduated from Moorhaven High School. 77. I'm gonna put asterisks here. Had a child in 1976. That's... Fuck, where is it? This woman right here. Again, assuming this is the same woman, this is the Jane Doe. I randomly changed accents too. Good, I'm glad I'm not alone then. Had child in 1976. Abandoned. Okay, so had child in 1976. So from here on, I'm putting asterisks just because this is where it gets a little confusing. So this Brenda Mae Dockery, just because of the conflicting timelines and stuff, she could have been born anywhere from 1956 to 1960. Adopted by Louis Veltej and Faye Veltej, along with her brothers David and Rusty. They lived in Illinois for a while, but then eventually they moved to Florida. She would graduate from Moorhaven High School in 1977. Here's the thing, though. She had a child, apparently, this woman was born in 76. Did she say where she was born? Here's the thing. She said, my mother was born in Chicago, Illinois, but grew up in Cali, Arizona. So that's where it gets a little tricky as well. That's where it gets a little convoluted, because this Brenda Mae Dockery, or this Brenda Veltej, graduated from a Florida high school in 77, but then had a child in 76 in Chicago. Now, you know, maybe, again, someone made a good point. She may have taken a year off. Hey, just arrived. What'd I miss? Oh, we're just discussing a strong lead for the Albuquerque Jane Doe, Becca. So, I don't know if you were there for that one stream a while ago. I did a cover of this story just because I'm fascinated with it. If you want to know about the story I already talked about, you can go back on my stream, or you can go to the unidentified wiki, to the Becca page, and it gives you everything about the story there. I'm just talking about a strong lead that someone on Reddit is making, claiming that this may be her grandmother if things connect. So, just getting back to the timeline. So, she had a child in 76, but she graduated from a Florida high school in 77. Again, the person made the argument that she may have taken a year off to have the kid, so maybe she may have moved back to her home state in Illinois, and then for whatever reason she came back to finish up her high school tenure in Moorhaven. Child could have been taken away for a year or something while she graduated. Is that a thing? I'm not sure. I don't know how like the things work like that, but yeah, it is a little confusing and a little conflicting just because this woman is claiming that her mother was born in Chicago. I would just ask and confirm with her if she knows that her mother was born in Chicago and wasn't raised in Chicago. Because let's just say that this woman Brenda was pregnant with this woman's mother in 76 and had her in 76. Maybe she had her in Florida, and then once she graduated in 77, they could have moved back to Illinois and living in Edwardsville, they moved to Chicago. That could have been something because her mother was born in Chicago, from what she says, but maybe she was born in Florida, spent a little time in Chicago, and then grew up in Cali/Arizona. Max was trying to solve everyone knows that and then fell into a completely different rabbit hole. Yes, because nobody knows that. No one knows who this is, but we're getting close, and eventually everyone will know that. But yeah, welcome to the stream, Defy Joe. We're talking about a Jane Doe, not a Jeffy Doe, though, so sorry, your kind aren't welcome here, so get out! No, I'm kidding. Anyways. So up until this point, besides the date of birth, everything's been pretty straightforward up until we get to this part where she graduated in 1977. Unless there's two Brenda May Veltez. I don't know how to say that. I'm just going to say Veltej. If I'm saying it wrong, I apologize. It's just easier for me to say Veltej. Because I don't know if Veltez is how you say it. But Veltej, Brenda, I'll just call her then. If this is the same Brenda, she was born between 56 and 60, graduated in 77. Yeah. So, the story gets confusing there. I'm trying to think, was there anything else? Or the pregnant girl's adopted mother took her out of school for a year and moved away to have the baby so neighbors wouldn't be aware of an embarrassing pregnancy. That's actually a good case too because... Yeah, that's true because by this point the neighbors, by this point they actually moved to a different part of the country because when the whole fire thing happened, that was it was in Fort Myers, Florida. But okay, let me pull up a map actually. Let's see, how far is Fort Myers from Moorhaven? Let's go to Florida. Let's go to Moorhaven. Alright. I forgot that. It kind of shows you where you're from. I mean, y'all already know where I'm from, so this is Moorhaven. How far is it from Fort Myers? Okay, so it's not too far, actually. So, they could have moved again after spending some time in Fort Myers. So, let's do like a little quick recap. So, woman Brenda May is from Illinois. I don't know where the hell Edwardsville is, but let's... Edwardsville, Illinois. Okay, here we go. Edwardsville, Illinois, right here. Right near Missouri. Born here. They spent some time in Alton, Illinois, which is right near it, actually. Edwardsville is right here. Here's Alton. Then eventually, at one point, they moved to Fort Myers in Florida. Bro lives in the smallest state. Bro doxed himself. Shut up, all right? People already know I'm from Rhode Island. I say that proudly because, you know, what does this state have to offer besides me? Exactly. So they spent time in Fort Myers, and then eventually they would soon go to Moorhaven, where they went to Moorhaven High School, and Brenda would graduate in 77. So, and then, if this is the same person, she could have moved back to to Illinois, and moved to Chicago in the big city, where her daughter was born, but then she grew up apparently in California/Arizona, so somewhere maybe around like this area, but who knows. And then from there, this woman's potential granddaughter is from Albuquerque, New Mexico, because at one point, you know, her mother went to look for her mother, who she believed was in Albuquerque, New Mexico, because if this is the same woman, so let's say this woman Brenda, born in between 56 and 60, by 1991, that would make her 66, 76, 86. I'm not doing math on my fingers. She could have been anywhere from 35 to like 30 years old. So the timeline fits in regards to the age range for Becca, because it's speculated that she is anywhere from 25 to 35 years old. But it's most likely that she's on the latter side, assuming this woman is a grandmother. So her mother, assuming this, just for hypothetical reasons, let's say Brenda is Becca, right? Let's say this is the Jane Doe. At one point, she went from Chicago, and then she went to California, Arizona, and then at some point when she was living here, she abandoned her daughter when she was 12. That would make it around like 1988, or yeah, 88, because it was 3 years before 1991 when this woman's mother was 15. This woman's mother is the potential daughter to the Becca Jane Doe. So she said last that she heard where her mother was when she abandoned her when she was 12 was that she was living in Albuquerque, and she was with some dark-skinned man. I wouldn't call him dark-skinned, but compared to her, compared to her, he pretty much has the N-word pass. I was up all night and slept all day. Low-key, those are some of the best nights, though, You gotta love it. Anyways, and then from there, when she was staying in a group home in Albuquerque, when she was looking for her mother, she never got answers. Eventually, she had a daughter when she was a teenager in 1994, and that's where this woman comes from, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Or, well, not Albuquerque, but she's born and raised in New Mexico. So, it may not have been from Albuquerque, but somewhere in New Mexico. So, can we do like a thing? Hold up, I wanna do something. So let's do Edwardsville. Directions. Let's do C. We're gonna go. Oh, that's okay. Edwardsville, and then we're gonna go to Alton, Illinois. Okay, so there's one spot, right? So we go from Edwardsville to Alton. We're gonna add another destination. From Alton, they went to Fort Myers, Florida. Boom! What a travel. Then from Fort Myers, they went to Moorhaven. Boom! More traveling. Then from Moorhaven, they potentially went back to Chicago. Fucking catapulting across the country. Then from Chicago, at one point, they went to California. And then from California to Arizona. And then from Arizona to New Mexico. Everyone knows that was mentioned on AI Sponge Rehydrated. Wait, send me the clip of that. We're going to look at that after. That's actually fucking sick. But yeah, so this is the journey. So we go from Edwardsville to Alton, Illinois, then all the way down to Fort Myers, then to Moorhaven, then all the way up to Chicago, then to California, then to Arizona, then to New Mexico. Well, I guess Albuquerque, New Mexico. Yeah. So if Brenda May Dawkins or Brenda May Valdez is the Albuquerque Jane Doe known as Becca, this was her journey before becoming a Jane Doe. It just goes to show you that if this is actually the Jane Doe, there's always a whole other life that was lived before they become an unidentified body, right? Like, this photo had such a backstory before it even was taken, potentially, and this is what it would look like. And because of just the whole mess of being adopted, her adoptive parents being potentially abusive, being bounced around all over the place, setting fire, her brother killing her adoptive father, having a child young, like, it's just a mess from the start. There's going to be a lot of digging that has to be done in order to, like, figure everything out here. because this is just, woo. We 5,700 miles, around 5,700 miles in total, just for this potential woman. So, yeah, those have been the major potential leads for Becca. Again, I know it's confusing, and I try my best to explain it. I try not to overcomplicate my thoughts and fucking talk, but I probably did anyway. Oh, wait, here... Oh, wait, there's another thing, too. Here we go. Oh, my God. All right, hold up. Let me sign in real quick. Oh, my God. Hold up. I gotta fucking do this real quick. Success! Eureka! No, don't sign me up for anything. Here we go. Another piece of information here. And this is a residence in Edgewood, New Mexico in 1988. The address was 4401 Montgomery 199A. Residence. Brenda May Veltez. I'm looking at this now because I actually didn't look at this beforehand, but this might be wrong though because there's no way she was born in 1970. This unless this is another Brenda M. Veltez, it doesn't say the middle name. It just says M. But I imagine that there's not many Brenda M. Veltez's within the country. That's a pretty rare name, I would say. This is wrong then, assuming this is the same person. I mean, 1988. They were in New Mexico. This could have been right after she left, or maybe when she was still living in New Mexico. Either New Mexico or Arizona. This could have been sometime before or after she abandoned her daughter. So, let's make a quick pit stop. We go from Arizona to frickin' Edgewood. Can we stop? Okay. Alright, I'm gonna break something in a second if it keeps fucking showing my... Never mind. And then from... And now how close is Max Edgewood to Albuquerque? It's right there. Right there. So... Yeah. So... Again, just a whole clusterfuck. Gotta leave real quick, be right back. Bet. Okay, so this was basically all the information, actually. So, covered that, covered that, covered that, covered that, covered that, covered these two links. So, yeah, so that's basically where we're at right now for the Albuquerque, for this potential lead for the Albuquerque Jane Doe. So, what the person Time Sure Does Fly, what she's going to do is, if she can try to get... Because apparently her mom's really far from where she is because she's in a facility. If it's possible for her to get to her mother in person, she's going to try to show her the photo, this photo, and I'm assuming this photo as well, the postmortem reconstruction. Maybe it wouldn't be too bad of an idea to send her this photo too, but she's going to, I most likely show her just this photo at least, and she's going to see if her mom knows if that's her mother or not. And if this was the dark-skinned man that she may have heard about. So, yeah. What else did I want to say? And if she can't do that, then she's going to have to do a DNA test and, you know, either with Ancestry or 23andMe. Because, again, it might... I don't know how that works exactly. It might be tough just because Becca's DNA... isn't available because her body was cremated, but it doesn't hurt to try, going through these softwares like Ancestry, 23andMe, things like that. It doesn't hurt at all to try. And so another thing too, I forgot to mention, I actually messaged her directly on Reddit, wishing her the best of luck with everything, hoping she's getting some closure. I also mentioned to her that it wouldn't be a bad idea to reach out to the what's the name of the county? To the county court of Madison County. I told her it wouldn't be a bad idea to reach out to them to see if they still have records from this adoption right here, and if it can give any more potential information about Brenda, to see, you know, if any more links could be added together. I also told her that you could try reaching out to any relatives of Luis Valdez. However, that was before I realized that he was actually murdered by Rusty, so I told her it's not recommended, but it's something you could try. Again, I get it, it's very personal to reach out to people about these kind of things, considering the trauma it may bring, so that's what I just recommended to her. So, but what she could also do then, if she doesn't get anything from Edwardsville or Madison County, she could also try Fort Myers, Florida, Alton, Illinois. She could also try Moorhaven. See if they, you know, if she goes to Moorhaven and explains what's going on, maybe they can show her a high school photo that they have of this Brenda May, if possible. Just because, where is it? I would click on this, but it's gonna ask me to sign. It's gonna ask me to pay and sign in for something. Yeah, look at this shit. See? How do we compare? This is our lifetime cost for just $3. We're gonna scam you out of your money, you know. So give us $3, and we'll take the rest of your thousands, you know, within 30 business days. So, yeah. But that's, if someone wants to go on ahead and pay for this to see if we can actually get the photo of her, that would actually be pretty cool, because this is not the best photo. It's not the best photo to kind of compare to this. We could try, if I could find it again. I got a million things up here. Let me put it right next to hers. So, this is Brenda Valdez, 1972, at the age of around 16 years old. And this is Becca from 1991. You can't even tell what kind of hair she has. You can see the structure, her nose. See, this is where it's tough, because you can't even tell what kind of nose she has. It's whited out. Like, look how pale her skin is in this photo, and then look how dark this photo is. So you can't even tell if this is her nose, but this isn't a good photo to base off of. So if anyone who sees this, who's researching the Becca case, if you want to see if you can pay for this subscription and see if this will give you a photo of Brenda, because I don't know how this website works, by all means go ahead and either, you know, you can contact me, or you can contact Time Sure Does Fly on Reddit, because they're the one who's really doing a lot of the research to see if this woman, Becca, may be her biological grandmother. And not only does it help solve this case, but it gives her closure, and her mother closure as well. So, is my shit lagging? I see I have 6,500 frames dropped. So much for a better connection, huh? It seems to be doing worse. I'm gonna have to call them then, because that's actually mildly enraging. Give them all your info. Bet. For $3, small price to pay for vengeance. You know what I'm saying? It's not even the $3. It's just I don't trust this website. I just don't trust any time like a website asks for whatchamacallit, my information. I just never do anything like that. I just don't. So yeah, so that's where we're at with the potential lead for the Becca Jane Doe case. This woman may potentially be her daughter. I will say though, her nose does look very much like this nose. Like the noses, like see how hers is kind of big, kind of pointy, it goes down a little? Same thing with hers. So it's hard to tell with this photo, but she may have that same kind of nose as well. Because this nose and this nose are very similar. So, yeah. Yeah, so that's where we're at right now with... this is all the information as of right now in regards to anything relating to this Jane Doe, to Brenda Valdez. I will say though, let me try to see if there's any sort of information about a Brenda May Dockery in Illinois. Brenda May Dockery. Wait, whoops. See, the only thing that comes up besides random images is the Jane Doe thing. So, again, because, yeah, her maiden name was Brenda Mae Dockery. So, what about the name of her biological parents, Barbara Dockery from Illinois, or Lowell Dockery? I'm assuming these are her parents. I don't know if Lowell is a guy's name, but I've never met a dude named Lowell. Lol. Let's try Brenda Wait, no, not Brenda. Fucking, what was her name? Barbara Dockery. Barbara Dockery, Illinois. Obituary. Illinois. The obituary was featured in Peoria Journal April 16th, 2010. Doesn't say when she was born, though. Okay. What about here? Lake Longwood. Barbara Dockery. No. Nope, not her, because she was born 1969, it said, so. What about Lowell Dockery? Let's try Lowell Dockery. Obituary for a Lowell Lee Dockery. Does it say his name is Lowell Lee? No. Okay, this could be one. Born in 1939. Yeah, okay. I mean, because a lot of people, when they were younger, back in the day, when they were young, they had kids. So this could potentially be... This could potentially be the Becca's father, assuming Brenda Mae Dockery is... that. But let's read it, because there's actually more information here. So, passed away July 10th. Is this in Illinois, by the way? Of Harding, Kentucky. That could have been where he was living before he died. He is survived by 4 daughters. 2 of Naples, Melinda Helson, and Barry and David Docker. Florida. He was preceded in death by 1 son, Rob Lowell Dockery, 1 sister, 1 grandchild. Alright, maybe not then, because unless he started another life with an actual family shortly after adopting his 3 children, Brenda, David, and Rusty, this probably isn't the dude, so probably not. Lowell Dockery in... Nah, it's just that dude. Past addresses, phone numbers, relatives. Yeah, it doesn't look like this guy's related. Let's try Barbara again. I feel like, I don't know. 93 public records. Well, before, just in case this shows anything. It wouldn't list giving up children for adoption. No, that's what I figured. It's just, but I'm imagining it's probably going to be, like, if he had 3 children before he had, like, his actual family, that dude, before moving into Kentucky or whatever, then yeah, it might be him. That might be Becca's father right there, but I don't know, like, you have 3 children. I mean, but granted, like, let's say they had them young. Like, let's say Brenda was born 1960. That would make that guy 21 when she was born. But if she was born in 56, he was only like 16, 17 years old when she was born. So if she was born in like 56, 57, around that time, then yeah, it was probably understandable why he gave her up for adoption, because he was just a kid himself. Him and Barbara. You know, most of the time back then, the man was older than the woman, so I don't even want to imagine how old she was. So if this is Becca's biological family, they had her extremely young, younger than she had her child, and then even younger than Time Sure Does Fly had her. So it's just it's a rabbit hole that I actually wasn't expected to go down this deep of. But I mean, that timeline would make sense, you know, like 1939, have a kid in 56 when you're like, what, 17, 16 years old, give that child up for adoption. Then they have a child young in the 70s, and then that child has a child young in the mid-90s, and now, I don't know if Time Sure Does Fly, if they have a kid, but they didn't mention anything of it, but they're 29 years old, so, that could be her great-grandfather right there, that Lowell Dockery. Actually, let me go back to that, I just want to see if there's any information about it as well, at all. Any more information, I mean. Let's see, Lowell Lee Dockery. Or what about the news article? Do you think maybe like... if I could like zoom out. Here we go. I just want to see if it like anywhere else, like if it showed like his middle initial. Because if it said Lowell L. Dockery, that could stand for Lowell Lee. But sadly it doesn't look like it does. I don't know. It's getting convoluted. Let me check my ancestry search. I think I still have a free trial. It'll list birth records. Okay, let me know. Actually, yeah. See if you can do that. And if you can, send me, like, anything. He was a veteran of the United States Army and retired from overnight transport. He survived by 4 daughters. Well, here's the thing, too. He has children in Florida. And he has a brother in Illinois from Pekin. Wait, no, here's the thing. Larry Dockery's from Pekin, Illinois. 8 grandchildren and 3 great-grandchildren. It doesn't say his wife, Barbara. Wait, does it say his wife? No. Yeah, he survived by 4 daughters. Well, here's the thing, like, that's him. That's what he looked like. Now, hold on a second. I don't know if this is just a common thing, but his nose... Whoops. His nose looks like her nose. Look, see how his nose is? See how it's like it's big and it kind of goes down? His nose looks like her nose, which looks like her nose. I didn't actually think I'd be getting this intrigued in the rabbit hole, but now I want to know more. Because this maybe after he had the adoption, maybe he started his life over. That's when he joined the army. That's when he had his kids, and like he wanted to do things right. Maybe like he felt like at the time when he gave them up for adoption, maybe it wasn't because he just didn't want to have kids. Maybe it was because he genuinely felt that he couldn't give them a fair and good life when they were born. So then maybe like that's, you know, because a lot of times when people want to restart their lives and do better, they join the army, they join the military. So that could have been something that he did after giving 3 children up for adoption, which again is a lot for someone who was that young. Like him and Barbara were going to work. You know, they were putting in overtime, but just saying his nose is similar to her nose, which is similar to her nose. Specifically, look at his nose and her nose. Again, it's a long shot. And Deafy Joe, Joe is right that they wouldn't list adopted children on this thing. But it doesn't even mention that he had a wife, that, like, you know, his wife passed. But let me pull up, actually, let me pull up Barbara then. Barbara. Or yeah, actually, wait, let me go to here. Maybe if I look up Barbara Dockery. Fucking. Alright. Whoop. Barbara Mary Martin Dockery. She's from Iowa. 32. Okay, hold on a second. 13 children, 32 grandchildren, 17 great-grandchildren. The Dockerys are multiplying. Iowa. Okay, yeah, James. Okay, yeah. Sorry. Okay, so this is not her then, right? Because after meeting, the two married, 1942, 13 children. Okay, yeah, different Barbara. Barbara Dockery. This is where it shows, yeah, Barbara Dockery right here. Barbara Davis Dockery. 40. Okay, this isn't her because it says she was 40 when this happened. So, yeah. Not Barbara David Dockery. Or Davis, excuse me. (1936) had one son. Oh, she married a Ronald. Not a Lowell. They had 3 children. Just be safe, Ronald Dockery, because sometimes people go by their middle names. Was there a Ronald Lowell Dockery by any chance? Illinois. Robert Dockery. Oh, wait a minute. Ronald L. Dockery. And where is he from? Illinois. Okay, hold on a second. 75. He died in, what year is this? 2011, it said? Yeah, 2011. Okay, so... You found a Ronald Lee Dockery that married Barbara? Okay, That's actually crazy. Ronald McDonald? A Ronald Lee Dockery? That's... Okay, so that's crazy because I actually just found out this dude right here. This Barbara Dockery married a Ronald. Oh, for fuck's sake. Ronald Lee Dockery. So this is Ronald Lee Dockery right here. So this is probably her husband. So when was he... If he died in 2011... 2011 minus 75. That would make him born in 1936. Okay. So this might be the Ronald Lee Dockery that we're probably talking about, not Ronald Lowell. Because here's Barbara right here. She was born in 36. He was born in 36. All right, this is probably them. But they're from Illinois. But... Wait, hold up. Where the fuck is... His father started Gold Star in Barrington. Ron and his brother, Bruce. Alright, maybe this is a different one. Because this guy's from Barrington, Illinois. She's from Illinois, but... Max, can we search for My Pretty Doll now? Shut up. When did the kids get adopted? In 1960. December 15th, 1960 is when this was posted. But the year is 1960, so... January 24th, 1959 married date. Alright, so Ronald Lee Dockery and Barbara. So they were born 1936. Passed away 1985. Oh my god. When did the kids look up message? Wait, what? What are you talking about? Look up message? Sorry, again, his father was Thomas F. Dockery. Are you talking about the Ronald Lee? Okay. Thomas F. Dockery. Now we're just going down, yeah, Illinois. Oh! Not Rhode Island, for fuck's sake. Illinois would be great. Now, when was this man born? Definitely not him. Gotta head out. See ya. Appreciate you coming by, Sinking Ships fan. Stay safe, dude. Okay, here we go. Found a Thomas Dockery. His wife was actually older than him. That's usually uncommon. He was born in 1904, so it would make sense if Ronald was his kid. Does it say what his father's name was in this one? Okay, so I'm kind of getting a little sidetracked here. The reason why I was looking this up was I just wanted to see if a Lowell Dockery was also going by the name Ronald Dockery, just because sometimes people in newspapers, or like sometimes when they're referred to, they go by their middle name instead of their first name. So his middle name may have been Lowell, but his first name may have actually legally been Ronald, but I don't know. 633 South Hugh Street, Barrington was address at marriage time in Illinois. Okay, so just to make sure, this is for Barbara Dockery and Ronald Lee Dockery, right? This is the two you're talking about, right? I just want to make sure, Joe. And while you do that, actually, let me, because the girl who is, yes, okay, because the girl that who's the granddaughter to, the granddaughter, potentially to Becca, she just messaged me back. Delay, yeah, I'm sorry. I wish it wasn't so fucking delayed, but I have it on low latency, which should help with it a little bit, but, the girl who started this whole thing, she just got back to me saying, hey, I'm sorry, I just saw this. Feel free to use any of this info for your channel or anything else. It could help Ant's finances. Thank you so much. I'm going to send her the link to the stream in case she wants to join. So if she does join, everyone, please be respectful. Again, that's all I ask. You can roast me. You can keep doing what you do about me. I don't care. I love it. Just, if she joins, please just be respectful. That's all I ask. I know Joe will be giving me all the trouble for that because Joe is just an absolute conniving villain. Just an absolute demon. Ronald had a brother called Bruce. Yeah, apparently, I don't think this is the, I don't think this is the same, I don't think this person is, Becca's father. The Ronald Lee, just because the Barbara... actually, wait. Real quick, Joe, the Barbara that you found, does it say her middle initial by any chance? I'm curious. Who's joining? Well, I don't know if they are joining. It's the girl, Time Sure Does Fly. That's the name of her Reddit account. The girl who started this potential lead for the Jane Doe. I was messaging her saying, hey, listen, if you want to join the stream, by all means, go ahead. If there's any like updates you want to bring, go right ahead. So, yeah. He said, "Mwahaha." I will need to create a new tree. Be like 5 minutes. Okay, yeah. Go ahead. Okay, let me show my screen, actually. Sorry. I like how it shows their middle initials, Louis V. Veltez and Faye W. Veltez, but it doesn't show his middle initial. Oh wait, her middle name is May. Okay, wait, no, I'm sorry. That's never mind. I thought that said Barbara May Dockery. I got super excited for a second. I was like, holy shit, her middle name is May, but yeah, so it's not that. But I found a Lowell Lee Dockery who's from Kentucky, but yeah. Barbara Dockery. Please just let me have it for free. Start your free trial. Okay. Yo, what's up, Pixel Runner? Welcome to the stream. Are we doing criminal investigations now? Apparently, I'm trying to see if I can do like more of a rabbit hole, or I find myself getting deeper and deeper into this rabbit hole, just trying to see if I can solve this case. Here I am, like hundreds of years beforehand. I didn't expect you to stream 2 days in a row. I didn't either. I'm trying to get back on that grind, so you know, big ups to me. I know this isn't our typical Lost Wave stream, but I like covering Jane Doe cases too. I do think they are fascinating, so yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna start clearing up some of these tabs if I don't need them. Barbara born Dockery, 1928. Are we going to tier list, or will that be tomorrow? Not tonight. I don't think it'll be tomorrow either. What's tomorrow? Friday? I don't know if it'll be tomorrow. Probably within the next few days, I will do that. She was born in Montana, California, Tennessee. Alright, let's just... You should do a daily stream, hee. I would like to. If I could try, you know, maybe I might stream tomorrow. Maybe. You'll have to excuse me if it's just like a gaming stream once in a while, but I'd be down to stream every day and get the grind going. But, okay, so let's just kind of do like a little like step back just so I can kind of clear my head a little. So, Time Sure Does Fly. Then we have her mother, which she never mentioned her name, and for privacy reasons, we won't say that either. Her mother, her potential mother. This one may potentially be this woman, Brenda Mae Dockery. And so what I'm just trying to do now is I'm just trying to see if we can find any information about Barbara Dockery or Lowell Dockery, because I'm assuming they're also from Illinois as well. It's looking tough. What's the mother's name? Faye W. Veltez. Faye W. Veltez. Just want to see if there's anything about her. No, it's just this. Yeah, it's just that. Maybe if I get rid of the W. Vivian Faye. Doesn't look like anything. God damn it. Ugh. I don't know if Joe's doing it, if he's still working on it, but we might be at a standstill right now. We may just have to wait until some DNA testing gets done, or if Time Sure Does Fly is able to provide a photo of Becca to her mother, maybe, you know, if she can remember if this is what her mother looked like or not. I don't know if she's here, but if you are, you could also use this photo. Try this one too. This is a recreation someone did, what she may have looked like with the hair and everything. So are we trying to find the identity of a dead lady with the only photo evidence of her being a picture and her body being found in a motel? Yes, essentially yes. So that's the whole reason why I'm going down this rabbit hole, is just to see if I can make any sort of connection. Yeah, so again, because this is a photo. This was the actual photo found on the crime scene of the body that was found hanging in the shower. But no one can identify who this is, and that's just the crazy thing, is that we have an actual photo, which is not common for Doe cases, but yet here we are. No one knows who this woman is. However, this lead is pretty strong, and I'm kind of just at a standstill now. Lowell Lee Dockery could potentially be a lead. It doesn't say where he was born, but where's Elgin? Elgin? You mean, hold up. Elgin, Illinois. Elgin, Illinois is right on the outskirts of Chicago. So here's Elgin, and Chicago's right here. So what timeline are you thinking about? Because it is in Illinois. There is one in Illinois. There's probably other cities around the country with the name Elgin, but Alton and Edwardsville are down here. That makes the case even scarier, because what the fuck is that picture? Might have found 3 kids. Joe, can you send me, like, whatever you found? Just so I can pull it up. Yeah, this photo's pretty unnerving. Here's the thing, though. Could you imagine, like, this case when it does finally get identified? I would love it to be, like, the backstory that's behind this photo is that it's, like, super wholesome. Like, could you imagine these two were actually just, like, dicking around in a photo booth, and she goes, hey, yo, watch this face I'm gonna make, and he's just like, alright, bet, and he just doesn't make the face, and she's just like, Cindy, Dana, and David, and those are the children to who again? If you want to send me it on Discord, you have me on Discord, Joe, just send me what you have. So, yeah, okay, there we go. Yeah, so that's essentially what we're trying to do. We're just trying to solve this photo, but this man, oh, where is he? This man may potentially be the father to Becca, just because his name is Lowell Dockery. The time, this is just a shot in the dark, but he was born in 1939, and if history has repeated itself with this family, you know, this woman's mother had her young, her mother had her young, and if that grandmother is Becca, and this is her father, he had her young, because if she was born anywhere from like 56 to 1960, that would make him anywhere from 16 to 20 years old when she was born. And that's not all, because he also had 2 other children who were her younger brothers. So actually, yeah, so she most likely wasn't born in 60 then, because if it states here that, where is it? Brenda Mae Dockery, petition for David Lee Dockery. Doesn't also state that, summons... Yeah, okay, right here, because it shows that Brenda was 12, David is 11, and Rusty Louis Vetyez is 9. So that would mean that, so they had her first, so she wasn't just born like when she was adopted then, if that's the case. She was, in 1960, she was probably like anywhere from like 3 to 4 years old then, assuming she was born in like 56. So she was born in 66, in 1991, she's about 35 years old. So, does the guy in the picture have anything to do with the case? Not really, no. So, the thing about this is that, alright, I'll recap the story to Becca real quick for you, just so you can get caught up to speed. So, in 1991, on June 3rd, 1991, a trucker named Edward Collins stopped at a Super 8 motel in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And 2 days later, the security realized that he didn't check out, because he was supposed to check out on June 4th, 1991. So on June 5th, 1991, they send in security to go check his room. They realize it's locked from the inside, and when the security guard enters the room, no one's there, but they find this woman's body hanging from a suitcase strap in the shower. And so the thing is, Edward Collins is nowhere to be found by this point, and they're not able to find him. However, it's not until years later that they're able to reach out to his family, and they're able to contact them, but they told him that years prior he actually had passed. So, like, for years, like after 1991, they couldn't find Edward Collins, but then eventually they do find him, but his family mentions that a few years ago he actually passed. And his family did confirm that this man is not Edward Collins, and they don't know who this woman is. So at first they did think this man was Edward Collins. They thought this was the man, the guy who stopped at the motel. But his family says that this isn't him. So unless they're either covering up something darker or they're just telling the truth that this is not Edward Collins, this man is he's just got stuck in the case, and God knows where he is now, if this man is even alive. But again, it's just weird that, thinking about it now, that Time Sure Does Fly's mother stated that she believed her mom was killed. That's what she said, that someone may have killed her. And it's just weird that this man who's a trucker comes in to a hotel room, and 2 days later, there's just a body just found hung there. We don't know what could have happened. I'm not trying to accuse this man of anything. When was Brenda born? See, that's the thing it doesn't say. She was at least born in 1960, but here's the thing. In 1969, it states that she was 12 years old. And this is November of 1969. But when this took place in... what was it, October? In October of 1969, it says that Brenda Mae Veltez was 12 years old. So that means she was born around like 56, 57. Do we know what Edward looked like? I don't think so. I forget if they mentioned that he was a Hispanic man, but Eduardo. Okay, so yeah. Okay, my bad. His name is Eduardo Collins, so I'm assuming that he is Hispanic just from his name. Eduardo provided legitimate information on the registration strip for a false vehicle. It's given room 233. Okay. Yeah. So I'm assuming Eduardo. I'm assuming that he's Hispanic, if that's his name. Was the man seen with any luggage? It doesn't say. So I'm not sure. Yeah, see, look, it says Eduardo's family were shown the photo of the pair. They confirmed that Eduardo was not the man in the picture and had no idea who the woman was. Another thing, too, which is another part of the case, which is something that's just another can of worms that we may potentially open. Not right now, I'm saying, but just in general. A scale was found in the room with the name George Martinez on it, so that could be something entirely different. I have about 30 million questions now about this case. See, that's the thing this case does to you. There is so much convolution, and you think that, oh, a potential lead, you think it's going to be easy, right? Wrong. It only gets more and more and more confusing. Look at all these frickin' tabs I have pulled up on my computer. It only gets more confusing. So the best thing we can do is, again, one of two things. If the potential daughter to Becca looks at the photo and says, oh my god, that's my mother, that's what she looked like, or is able to look at the reconstruction and said that has to be her, or Time Sure Does Fly does DNA testing. So those are literally our only two easier options. So yeah. Also, Joe, did you send me what you found? You're a friend on Discord for me, right? Hold up, let me make sure. Yeah, right? Yeah, because it doesn't say add friend. Edwardman? Yeah, nice. Was Edward Eddie Edmond? Shut up. Dude. Oh my god. It's just crazy. Because, you knew, as soon as you saw that photo of Eddie Edmond, you just knew it was going to become a meme. All day. I haven't found anything substantial yet to show. No, that's fine. That's fine. I was just curious if you did have anything, but no worries. So it looks like we're kind of just at a standstill at this point then, in regards to this case. I couldn't find anything about Faye, Veltez. Louis Veltez, he was killed in '76 by Rusty, so the Brenda's other brother, but I tried to see if I can find anything about Barbara Dockery or Lowell Dockery, because those seem to be her maiden parents. Couldn't find anything, sadly. What about David Lee Dockery? Let's try that. David Lee Dockery, Illinois. Let's see. Oops. He's a year younger than her, so he's probably born anywhere from 57 to 58, which would make him about somewhere in his late 60s. Right? Yeah, somewhere like his mid to late 60s. So he was born in 56. That would make him 68? Yeah, 60. Yeah, 68. Yeah. Or if he was born in 57, he's anywhere from like 66 to 67 years old. If I'm doing my math right in my head. I'm good with numbers. I just need to like write it down and like use a calculator. Sometimes I'm freaking schizophrenic sometimes. Okay, doesn't look like there's anything there besides the article. God damn it. Okay, so we looked up every name, but wait, what about Rusty? What was his name? Rusty Louis Veltez. Oh wait, David Lee. Wait, hold up. I didn't do this yet. No. All right, hold up. Let me just make sure. This has been streaming for a while. Well, yeah, it's the title of the stream. What the hell else do you think I was gonna do? I'm gonna do a few other things. Yeah, that's not him. But you Google the name in quotes? No, I didn't. Why, does that actually help with something? I actually didn't know you can do this, actually. It's a bit of a game changer. Looks like nothing's coming up, though. What about Rusty? What was his name? It shows it bunched together. See, I did not know that. Really appreciate that, Salvatore. That's actually a really helpful tip. I have like a million tabs open. Rusty Louis Veltez. Okay, so... Rusty Louis Veltez. Oh, wait, here we go. Alton... Oh, this is from 1946. Used it while searching for state of stress. Fascinating. See, I didn't know you could do that. Okay, let's see if... Well, Rusty Dockery, Illinois. Rusty Dockery, age 43. Was this in 2023? Yeah, not him. Rest in peace to home dude, though. Okay. Doesn't look like anything significant. Yeah. Check Discord. Okay. Message requests. Oh yeah, so okay, so we're not friends. What the hell? I do have to add you as a friend. Rusty Lee Veltez, age 36. Oh, okay. How the hell did you find this? Union, Florida. Okay, born 1960. That would make sense then because he was 9 in 1969. Okay. He was white. Okay, so let's do this then. From what? Rusty L. Veltez. Oh, here we go. What? Oh, wait, how did you find this, by the way? Let me open it in a browser. He was 36, born 1960. Union, Florida. So let's do Rusty. I just realized I still have it as Illinois. Let's do obituary. Oh my god, I'm gonna lose my mind in a minute. Why is there just no obituary? Oh wait, here we go. Oh yeah, here we go. Never mind, right here. I'm stupid. Sorry. Burials at Rayford Prison. Okay, that makes sense because he was an inmate because he killed his, his adoptive father. There we go. He's right there. What is this, by the way? These are inmate numbers? Number. Okay, so if we go to... I just want to see if we can find a potential photo as to what this guy looks like. Have you heard of a guy known as Shannon Haight or Shannon Knight? A dude had a stroke and nobody knows his real identity. Even with previous arrests, they don't know his real identity? No. What? That sounds interesting. keep that in mind though, because I'll probably look into that actually after doing this real quick, just because that actually does sound really cool. That's like a fascinating case where it's like he died, but he had a fake name, but no one knows what his real name was. Interesting. But I haven't heard about that one. Is it like a recent case, or is this like an old one? All right, so what's the name of this prison? It is Rafford Prison Cemetery. Okay, so let's do that. I just want to see if we can get like a mugshot maybe. If I could fucking... Here we go. Control C, Control V, and then what's his number again? Number is... There's probably a mugshot or something of him. That's what I'm gonna try to look for. Is see if like if there's any sort of similarities to how Brenda looks. Oh my god. What the hell does this mean? Race. Oh, okay, white male. Date of death. Oh, wait, hold up. Wait a second. There's a NFRC. I'm not entirely sure what the hell that's supposed to mean, but... He did commit murder after all. Yeah, I know. I see a few other people with similar stories, but I find it hard to look up amnesia-based cases. And he has mugshots and even tattoos, possibly gang-related. Interesting. Okay, what is NFRC? Just want to see what that stands for. Okay, here we go. Wait a second. Is this force date? David Lee Veltez. Okay. Okay, so there's some information. Okay, so Joe coming in with the hookups. Really appreciate this because we're actually getting more names. So, I don't. Here's the thing. I don't know if I want to show this just for respect and privacy of this person, so I'm not going to. So, Joe actually sent me information about David Lee Veltez, his marriage date, where he was married, and the name of his spouse, as well as their certificate number. So, out of respect to the spouse, I'm not going to show her name. But what I will do is I'm going to send this information to Time Sure Does Fly and let her do what she will with that information. Because, again, it's naturally really awkward and really uncomfortable to message people in regards to this case. So, if, you know, because if Time Sure Does Fly contacts David's spouse, if they're still together, she can ask him, David, if the Becca Jane Doe, if that's his sister. Like, if that's actually her. And, like, we can do that from there. Okay. So, what was the prison? I had to Google after it. What was the prison? Northwest Florida Reception Center. Dude, you guys are absolutely... Okay. Okay, hold up. I love when I just dox myself. Northwest Florida Reception Center. Okay, so it's a prison. So, and then if I do the inmate, what was the prison again? So the prison is called, what the hell is it? It's called Rayford Prison. Oh, this is the cemetery. Rayford Prison. That's the name of the prison, but this is the cemetery. It's in Union County in Florida. File contributed for use in U.S. Gen Web archives by Fannie J. Young. Okay. So let's do this, and then let's do the inmate number for Rusty. I just want to see if we can get like a mugshot. Okay, is it... Okay, I don't know if anyone here... Does anyone know if, like, if you look up a prison, can it actually show you actual, like, mugshots of the people that they arrested, like even from back in the day, cause 1996 death, or maybe like death records. Shut the fuck up, Mr. You're about to become Mrs. Bacon in a second, dude. Yeah, that's, yep, totally. 100%, that's what I was doing. Yep. Make sure I'm good. Also, by the way, Joe, really appreciate you helping out, too, with this. I will say, if you don't accept my friend request, I will have to take legal action, so make sure you do that. But really appreciate you giving me this information about David Lee. Again, I'm not going to show the spouse's name and any of the address information just because privacy to them. They have nothing to do with this. Yeah, that's right, Joe. That's right. Friend request accepted. I'm about to be your future nobleman, so you gotta make sure that we do this. He's gonna file a lawsuit up your ass. My noble man. Watch out, Joe. Yeah, exactly. Alright, I'm only showing my face, right? Okay, I just want to see if something comes up for this individual. I'm not going to show it, but I just want to see before giving anything to Time Sure Does Fly. Whoops. Okay, that's not her. Hold on. Oh, of course I spelled Russell wrong. Of course I did. Oh! Oh, shit, that's... Fuck, that's my bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I said I wouldn't die. Okay, well, I only said the last name by accident, but yeah. Whoops. Okay, it doesn't look like anything comes up for that. Doesn't mean they're not on any social media. Why does that volcano have cum coming out of it? Because it's excited to see you, dude. Don't worry about it. Nice volcano painting, yeah. Yeah. Okay, yeah, let me just make sure I get rid of this real quick. Just so... Okay, there we go. Alright, shit, I think that's kind of all we got for now. We have some names. I was trying to find a mugshot for this Rusty guy. I'll probably do that sometime after stream. And if I find anything, I could maybe talk about it next stream or make a community post about it. I'm also going to send any information that I find to I don't know, I almost said Rusty, to Time Sure Does Fly. So, yeah. Any more comments? Also, is there a way to sort by, like, newest? Just so I can see what any new comments are saying? Just so I'm not looking at ones from 2 days ago? Yeah, here we go. New. Here we go. Okay, so it looks like that's pretty much it. Find out Jane Doe was cremated or not? She was, yeah. Okay. That's that one. Okay. Max, are we doing reactions now after or not? Yeah, we're gonna do reactions very soon. I'm gonna double check everything with this just in case I'm just gonna make sure I talked about everything in this case that I wanted to. And if I did, then yeah, we'll go on to doing some reactions. So, Mr. Egg, if you have anything in particular you want me to react to, just remind me, because you send me a bunch of shit all the time. Let me know what you want me to react to. React to no reaction by Kudos. But could you? Oh wait, shit! I wanted to look up the. Actually, you know what? I'll save that Shannon Hate case. Shannon Hate. Shannon This man had a stroke in Chicago in 2007 and lost his memory. He has gone by his name Shannon Knight. Do you recognize him? Oh, so this was 2 years ago. Okay, so this man, no one knows his actual real name. That's what you were talking about. Okay. Because the song is called No Reaction. Okay, I can react to that. Can you react to the lost song Saying Goodbye is Never Easy? I still have Niski vocal rulings, that Away From Us song. Okay, so just pick one. React to the Maximillionaire stream. Dude, what an absolute jolly old time that would be. React to the Easter Island statue that's in the middle of some random NC town. I'm afraid to look that up, but I'll do it eventually regardless. Okay, so Take Me Out, definitely. Okay. I still want you to check out As Good As by Dougal Brown, just because the intro is funny, sounds like Sweet Home Alabama. Okay, let me make sure I got my reactions down. I got one from Ink Tactile, I got one from Mr. Egg, one from Salvatore, and one from IRF, which I'm going to assume is something that either it looks like an Among Us character, a penis, maybe Godzilla, I don't know. But, sorry, hold on, I'll be right back, hold on. Give me 1 second. Enjoy the Hassan stream. Oh. Oh, sorry about that. I have returned. Yeah, I'm quick with it. No reaction slaps harder than the belt. Jesus Christ. It definitely looks like the Everyone Knows That boombox from Everyone Knows That. That's probably why he wants me to look it up. Okay. Alright, so we're at a... Okay, so this is all we got so far for the Becca case. Again, I still think that this man has the same nose as her. So, I'm gonna... I don't know if Time Sure Does Fly came by during this stream, but just in case, I'm gonna send her this, say, hey, you know, this is a Lowell Dockery. He has a very similar... He has, like, the exact same nose to your mother. Kind of like, I mean, you know, you can't really base off of that, but there's some similarities. Again, he's a lot older here, but the nose is huge for sure, but that's pretty much all I got. And then I'm going to send her the other thing that Joe sent me, so, yeah. I just realized my stream's going to complete hell. It's lagging like shit. Wonderful. Yeah, I'm going to have to call the freaking cable company because they said, oh, it's going to be twice as fast as your old connection. Well, good news, guys. It's actually worse. Okay. All right. So then I think this is pretty much all we got then for this thing tonight. Oh, actually, wait, hold on, I just realized something. Oops. Okay. Yep. Alright. I restarted the live and it's good now. Yeah. Yeah, my connection's better now. It was lagging earlier, but at least for a little bit, so that's alright. Okay. So, hopefully, I was able to provide some, you know, just catch everyone up to speed. Again, I apologize if I'm kind of all over the place. I'm still trying to get used to, like, being, like, an investigator, researcher while live, while people are watching me. So, if I'm, like, stumbling over my words and stuff, I do apologize for that. But, yeah, I was just trying to bring light this good potential lead that Time Sure Does Fly brought to us. Not only just to help solve this Becca case, but now it's just because after everything she talked about with her family, I do hope that, you know, she does get closure, regardless of if Becca is her grandmother or not. So, yeah. And, of course, at the end of the day, I want this woman to be identified, just because even though it sounds like this woman may have potentially had a really fucked up background, I still believe she deserves to have her name back. That's just me. So, anyways, let's get some reactions in. First thing I wanted to react to was actually something Ink Tactile sent me. Apparently, AI SpongeBob mentioned Everyone Knows That. So, I want to see this. This is actually insane. Let me pause the music if I could find it. Oh, it's on the my other monitor. Sorry. Alright. Life's good now. Okay. I need to see this because that's actually insane. As a kite and ruins it?
SpongeBob, me boy? What's that you be holding?
It's a cassette tape I found in the lost and found box. It says everyone knows it on it.
Another one of your childish ones. Can we please just get back to
Why
work?
is it so loud?
Hey guys, check out this cool kite I made with this old tape.
Dude, that's not a kite. That's SpongeBob's precious cassette tape.
Oh, dear Neptune, Patrick, give her a SpongeBob cheer.
What the hell was it? Wait, what did Mrs. Puff say?
Dear Neptune, Patrick, give her a SpongeBob cheer.
That was not "You ruined SpongeBob's treasure." That was another language that's beyond humans' understanding.
My song.
Patrick, you borrowed...
Wait, SpongeBob just said my song. SpongeBob made everyone know. Yeah, okay.
Go ahead. How could you do such a thing? That song was worth millions of dollars.
What? Flew so high in the sky, like my dreams. Why?
She said cheer. Cheer reefer. AI Peter has mentioned Johnny. Send me that clip as well. I want to see that as well.
Yeah, Patrick, because destroying someone else's property is totally how you achieve your dreams.
Whoa, hold on. What the hell? Yo, what's this guy doing? Mr. Krabs just got absolutely freaking annihilated.
Property is totally how you achieve your dreams.
Let's all.
If I send you a song to react to, will you be fine if it's in German? That's fine. Just, I will have to react to it next stream just because I do got all my reactions already set up currently. Hit and run.
Take a
Literally.
deep breath and figure out how to fix this mess.
Yo, wait, how many people got taken out by that?
A deep breath and figure out how to fix this mess.
Oh my god, dude, hold up. Mr. Krabs was just part of the freaking deal. Look at well, Patrick seems to be okay, but SpongeBob got knocked down on his ass, too. He seems to be taking it like a champ, though. Good for him. Where did Gary go?
Looks like Squidward Tentacles is the only sane one here.
I don't know, Squid. You opening your mouth like that and, you know, words not coming out of it, probably the opposite of sane, but hey, what do I know? I'm just someone who was, you know, broke out of a mental hospital, and now here he is 3 years later streaming in front of 6 people. Anyways, how does this have 1K views with no comments? Well, I'm blocking first comments. First reply, second reply. That's pretty cool. So yeah, SpongeBob mentions, everyone knows that. You live and you learn. Except DN. Now, alright, I do want to watch this one real quick. Just because Johnny is not... Oh, this isn't even from YouTube. We're on AI clips now. AIPeter.tv. Oh, yeah, raps, bro. It's raps. Okay. Okay. So, here we go. Apparently he mentions the lost song, Johnny. Peter won't stop referring to Chris as Johnny and won't stop telling him the grass is green. Chris keeps telling him it's winter, though, and his name is Chris. No swearing. Okay. Let's see what this is about. Case of mistaken identity.
Hey, Johnny, did you know the grass is green?
Dad, my name is Chris. It's winter. Grass isn't green.
Johnny, always trying to pull a fast one on me. The grass is definitely green. I saw it with my own eyes.
Dad, serious line, Chris. The grass is not green. It's covered in snow.
Johnny, always playing your little winter pranks. But I still say the grass is green.
I give up. Dad, you can call me Honey and believe whatever you want about.
I'm sorry, he can call you what?
Whatever you want about the top. Dad, you can call me Honey and believe.
Horny? Horny? Yeah, Chris? Yeah, you want your dad to call you that? Okay.
Whatever you want about the grass. It's not worth arguing with you.
That's the spirit, Johnny. Now let's go outside and enjoy the green grass and warm sunshine.
I was hoping he would bust out into dance and, you know, Peter would just start singing, you know, Johnny in the middle of the park, waiting for tomorrow. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, that would have been the real legit way to do Peter listening to Johnny or talking about Johnny. I used to work at AI Peter. Peter said it. I made more sequels. Oh, that's right. I forgot people just make these things and people can, like, do that. Well, cool. I'm glad to know that. I got to stretch for a second. Hold up. Oh, sorry. Oh, my God. Otherworldly stretch! Oh, my God. You know, like, when you stretch and, like, you feel your soul kind of spew out of your mouth for a second and then it jumps back in? That's what happened to me, but, like, twice. Yes, my old Discord handle was that. Well, aren't you cool? Clipped? I don't know what... Okay, here we go with the clip shit again. I don't know what you're talking about. Also, singing isn't allowed there? Who said he'd be singing? He would just be saying, Johnny in the middle of the park, waiting for tomorrow. Hey, Lois, did you know that the grass is green? Hey, Lois. Okay. Next reaction. What did I'm gonna do Mr. Eggs. Let's do Mr. Eggs. Let's do Mr. Eggs next. Which one did you want me to react to, Mr. Egg? Take Me Out? Okay. Okay. That's the other. So I reacted to Getaway last night, and this is the other one he wanted me to react to, Take Me Out. So this is another unknown song from Niski, and it's on Vocaroo, so let me pull that up.
Point 3 is
Here we go. Let's hear it.
What do you mean, Memory of a Goldfish? It was literally last night that you told me. Oh, no, I mean, not last night. It was literally... Sorry, I was thinking about something else. Shut up. It was literally like a while ago that you told me... Yeah, okay. I gotta leave again. I really appreciate you being honest with me, but I can't accept that. So, if you leave now, you're never allowed back. But I'll see you next time I stream. I'm going to my grandma, so I'll see you later. Dude, tell grandma I said hi. Tell grandma that I want some grandma's cookies, too. Sent you the song as well as English lyrics. Appreciate that. Just clipped you meowing. I didn't meow. I yawned. I stretched. I'm sorry, is that illegal now? I'm just trying to figure out, this probably just reminds me of like a million other Lost Way songs, but, have I listened to this one before? Are you sure I haven't listened to this one before? Because this sounds like another one you sent me. Oh, no, you know what's the one I'm thinking of? I forget, it was I think it was Central Music's tier list. It was that one that like everyone thought was like, really crap, but I liked it. It was like that shoegaze song. I have another AI Peter clip where Trisha gets decked by a car twice. That's actually really fun. Loki considered that a meow too. Oh my god. Yeah. Yep, I meowed. Yep, okay, I give up. You know what? You guys win. All right, I meow, I bark, I moo, I neigh, I neigh, I give up. All right. Thank God there's only 4 people to hear me say that. So, that's good. The what song? Can you, like, say a part of it? I don't. It was Central Music's. It was on Central Music's tier list. It will, like, I remember the video. Let me look it up. Hold up. Let me go back to my stream and let me find out which one. One day you're gonna have me on so I can arf and hero for you. I mean, keep the arf. I wanna hear like the fattest hero and the thickest Japanese accent I've ever heard. And you know, you will instantly be modded. You won't even be on the top of the mod list. You will just instantly be modded. So, yeah. Wait, who else is live? Scare Theater? Yo, shout out to Scare Theater. Got me into Krana Gridjabuff. So, guys, goated. Hold on, let me find that one song I'm talking about. It was. Fuck, which one was it? I gotta find it. It was. Remember, it had like a. No, it wasn't that one. Was it this one? Like a French Billy Armstrong and. No, it wasn't him. It was very shoegazy, I think. I'm thinking of which song was it? Was it? I might be on part 1 then. Hold on. Yeah, it probably was on part 1. Hold on, I'm gonna find it real quick. The song that this reminds me of, real quick. It was. Was it this one? The audio is completely warped. The girl's voice is like jumping up and down, like high pitch and something. If I heard this as a kid, I would never turn on the radio again. What's up, Sinking Ship's fan? Alright, I can't find it. Never mind. What's Max listening to right now? We're listening to this song. Was it Paranoid Brown? No, probably not. I don't know. Whatever. It might have been perhaps The Sin. Let me check that one. Perhaps The Sin. Was it this? No, it wasn't that one. Fuck, which one was it? It was I think it was this one, unless it was Guglium, which I don't think it was. I'm pretty sure it was this one. Was it Behind... No, not Behind My Illusions. My Own World, maybe? My Own World. Fuck, now I just want to know what song this was now. Unknown song. No, that was one I just looked at. Whatever, it was one from there. I don't care. It wasn't Cess Lenore. It was... I remember it was very shoegazy sounding, so... Kind of like how this was. Only it was more fast-paced. Side quest though. Actually, I'll let this song finish, and I just remembered something. Did we listen to a song on the first stream of Found Songs where the melody that was similar to Everyone Knows That? Yes, we did. I forget the name of it. I think it was that one that had the really colorful picture for the album cover, but yeah, we did. That song was pretty cool. Kind of dragged a little. Felt like something that could have been a 3-minute song instead of 4.5 minutes, but it was nice for what it was. I will say, this reminded me, me trying to search for this other song, it reminded me that I'm actually looking for another song that I completely forget the name of, but the song isn't unidentified. It's actually Shazamable. But here's the thing. That song was from a video from the 80s of people dancing. The first song that played, I think the guy's name was Brian. It was like this like kind of funky electro funk song where it was like do-do-dun-dun, do-do-do-dun-dun, boom. And I remember the album cover that it was from was orange, and it just had like text on it. That song wasn't unidentified. It was by a guy named, I think, Brian something. It was the other song in the video that they played afterwards that people have been trying to solve. And I think it's still mysterious. But if anyone can tell me if you guys remember what I'm talking about, I remember I watched it live on stream and I found that song. If anyone could let me know what song that was, I think it was like a long word, the name of the album. I think it was like not Disintegration, something like that. It was from like 1983, I think. I know exactly what you're talking about. Please, Mr. Egg, if you can find that song for me again. Everyone's getting mod. You're becoming mod. Chicago Boys coming mod. Everyone's becoming mod. You guys help me out any way you can. Everyone's becoming mod. I'm just going to have only mods. Mods only stream, you know? Well, while Mr. Egg looks for that, because I have no idea what to search for that one, I'm going to continue on to more reactions. What were the other ones people wanted me to react to? I got to pull them up here. No reaction. Okay, who's that by? No reaction by Kudos. Okay. No reaction by Kudos. Is this a former unknown song? Let's find out. Maybe. It's pretty obscure. 1983. Alright. Rare new wave synth pop. Now, last time there was a rare, like, 80s synth song, I really liked it, and that was Men Alone by Mad Matrix. Duga. It's called Unique Dominoes. Hold up. Real quick. I just want to make sure I know this song. Unique Dominoes. Please. 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 Yes. Yes. Is this it? Yes. Yes! The song goes absolutely insane. What's the name of this song again? Trevor Bestow, Integration. That's what it's called. Hold up. This song is so good. Oh my god. One time I was just listening to this, just jamming out. And this is what I was talking about. This is the song right here. Just real quick. I just want to play this real quick.
Sadness. The team is looking
I mean, it was a Barney upload? Oh, okay. I should know that, but ready? Just... Oh. Say my name, coward. Earth. It's not a bark. Fuck yeah. Transmission 1. Okay, so yeah, dude. Mr. Egg. Thank you. Absolutely thank you. I get mod? Yay. Yeah, literally, just everyone's getting mod, dude. Everyone's getting mod. Holy shit. Thank you so much for this. I was going crazy trying to figure out what the hell this song was. Okay, I can sleep tonight. Anyways, let's react to No Reaction by Kudos. I was surprisingly not trying to trick you. Bet! Totally bet! So, question, was this at one point Lost Wave, or is this just a really just rare, really unknown, obscure synthwave track? Oh my god, can my fucking microphone stop falling? Sorry, I didn't mean to get angry. No, not really? Okay. Yo, Ink, welcome back. Hopefully I'm glad you made it safe to Grandma's. It's hard to hear, but that bassist is going crazy. Welcome back, Tykes. Really pretty, like, solo. That synth solo, that's super nice. I like that. I will say the production on this, and this is no fault of the bands, but the production could have been better. Like that one synth that goes dun 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 dun. It's significantly louder than the rest of the song, and so it kind of just sticks out. And like Arizona's saying, it's hard to tell, but like the bass is going crazy. It's kind of hard to hear the bass. It's a little too quiet. Everyone knows that lead song. Yes, exactly. Anytime you hear a guy with a slightly higher pitched voice than the average male voice, probably the lead singer to everyone knows that. Could you react to Saying Goodbye Is Never Easy? Yes, I'll react to that, and then the one that Bedroom Rips wanted me to react to. And then I'm out of here, boys. Fine, I'll react to the frickin' Moi statue. Yes, yes, totally, yes. Okay. Tell me what you made of, Kudos. That was really nice. Again, I feel like, just because of the production, like sometimes it was louder than, like, certain instruments were louder than the rest of the song sometimes. Like that bass just out of nowhere just got super loud. And then that synth was super loud out of nowhere too. But otherwise, really good song. That synth solo in the middle was probably my favorite part. It had like it was like very calm, very like just very 80s, but very light 80s, if you know what I mean, you know? Yeah, 7 out of 10. I enjoyed that a lot. I did enjoy that a lot. Thank you for the recommendation, Salvatore. Next up, we got crap. Saying Goodbye is Never Easy. Is that an unknown song? Because you put it in quotation marks. Saying Goodbye. I'm gonna assume it's an unknown song, right? Yep, it's a snippet. Saying Goodbye is Never Easy. Okay. Sadly, this is not that everyone knows that creator. Keep in mind that everyone knows that it's like new wave or rock. It's like, sounds like pop rock or something. I don't know. Alright, let's hear what this is. Oh, that's it. Oh. Dude, I swear to God, I thought that, fucking, like, the song itself kind of just cut, but I, like, let it play, and I was just kind of listening to it, but it's only 9 seconds long. Okay, what do I do with the 9-second song? Oh, now I see, it's 9 seconds, by the way. This is the best song I've ever heard. Magnum opus status? Okay, if this was on the tier list, would this be Wang tier, or would it be above Wang tier? Chat, let me know. That was beautiful. I have found this snippet when I was searching on lostmyspace.com while searching for titles under the stars, because actually I kind of want to see what the backstory is. If I could. Is that Sam Hyde? Alright. Look, because I was looking for La Canción de Alicia, but there was no luck. If you know the song, please let me know. Interesting. Yeah, cool song. 9 seconds, you gotta love it, don't you? Okay. Chicago, what do you want me to react to? Something Duga? Wait, what did you say? I'm known for being able to hit notes higher than 645 AR so I can do it high pitch. Oh, are you talking about that one, like, rapper used to be like... That dude, bro, dude, 2020 was a wild time. That dude made, like, 3 songs and then dipped. And do you guys remember that meme last year? Like, didn't I do it for you? I thought he made a comeback. I thought that was him. I didn't realize it was someone imitating Miss Piggy at first, but fascinating. Okay, what the hell? I can't find the song now. Hey, Chicago boy, what the hell is the song? Something Duga. What the hell is it called? If I could find it. Oh, here we go. As Good As Duga LeBrown. As Good As Duga LeBrown. So apparently the start of this song sounds like Sweet Home Alabama. Let's give it a listen.
T-Mobile 5G home internet slowing you down when everyone's connected? Why deal with that?
This is not Sweet Home Alabama. This is Sweet Home Arkansas. What the hell is that? That's literally the Sweet Home Alabama intro minus like 2 notes. And like switched around a little bit. What the hell? Bad Home Alabama. Sour Home Alabama.
As certain as you think that it may be, whatever may happen, don't bother, I've been waiting for so long. Didn't you kinda need to? Didn't I kinda want to?
fucking love like the Bad Home Alabama, Salty Home Alabama, Sour Residence Mississippi, Sweet Apartment Alabama, Savory Home Alabama. I'm also gonna be honest with the name like Dougala Brown. I was not expecting it to be like an acoustic pop piece with this kind of album cover. I don't know why. Dougala Brown just sounds like something that'd be more like, I don't know, funk related, you know? Sour Travel Alabama.
It's your own time, deadline, wonder what the next is. As simple
Kinda catchy though.
as it takes, as perfect as it was when you made it. Wherever it takes you, don't bother, I've been waiting for so long. Didn't you kinda need to? Didn't I kinda want to? Didn't you kinda make it your own time, deadline, wonder what the next is?
So, Tipo, what's my history with this account again? Hold up. I was on this account before for something. It was yesterday, right? Oh, he uploaded Show You My Hand? Oh, wait. Oh, shit, I've been on this account before. Many a times. Oh, shit. Dude, this guy was uploading unknown songs 7 years ago? Oh, this one got solved. That's cool. Yeah, this one, obviously. Tipo has hella lost songs. Interesting. You're actually kidding. I lost my spot. I think I was at like 130. Had, yeah. Oh, this was another one of those songs that was found in the KFC in Russia. Dude, okay, so... Wait, no. I'll save that for when the interview comes out. But okay, yeah. Okay, so this was one of those songs. Okay. Excuse me.
As funny, as sincere, as forward as your patience allows you. Whenever it passes, don't bother, I've been waiting for so long. Didn't you kinda need to? Didn't I kinda want to? Didn't you kinda make it your own time, deadline, wonder what the next is?
Okay, kind of cool for what it was. Kind of breezy. I'll just be honest. Like, you know, it didn't really like stick out too crazily to me. It was decent for what it was, but I don't know if it's something I'm gonna come back to. If I'm being honest, not exactly sure. But OP claimed they heard a song like they liked and asked for it, and a worker made a USB of hella songs with most no Shazamable, I believe. This is the type of music that plays at the end of a decom. Yes, very true. Yeah, Show You My Hand by Happy Ashtray was like one of the big ones from that KFC in Russia. Because I heard that there, and they got it from like a USB file in 2015, but it didn't have the name associated with it, so. The whole album has that sound, though. The whole album has that sound, even though every song is different. Yeah, that's fair. I'm sure, like, there's probably, if I listen to the album, there'd probably be at least, like, one song I would like on it, I would imagine, right? Alright, last thing I gotta look up. Apparently the Moy statue in fucking, I think, North Carolina. The Moy statue? No, hold up. What the, okay, who wanted me to look up a statue, alright? And then I'm getting out of here. Anything else you guys are sending me to react to, send it to me for tomorrow. Have you listened to Junk Disarmed yet? No, I have not. I have not, no. Tykes, I will do that next time I stream. Even if it's 20 seconds, I'll be honest, I'm just gonna get out of here. I still have to, like, do shit before I go to bed relatively soon, so yeah. Alright, Earth, what the hell is it called? So I just Discord DM you? Yeah, exactly. Just whatever you want me to react to, just remind me next time I stream that, hey, could you react to that thing I sent you, and I will do it. So if it's this, by the way, if this is what you want me to look up, then yeah. Well, yeah, well, I'm not leaving just yet. Frickin' let me... Okay, here we go. Silva NC Easter Island statue. Eastern... Oh, Easter, sorry. Easter. What the hell is this? Visited North Carolina a few years back, and in this town there used to be a statue of a Confederate leader. I'm back saying I find it's replaced with this. Ah, yes. The torch is being carried on over from one leader to another. Thank you for your service. Very nice. It's glad to see North Carolina is based as hell. Well, on that note, I'm going to skedaddle on out of here. What a good note to end it on. Thank you everyone for coming by. I know this is not what I usually stream about. It was just something I was really interested in, and I wanted to cover the updates of the Becca Jane Doe. So, next time I stream, I will most likely be doing... If I don't stream tomorrow, then next time I stream, I'll probably do part 3 of the Solve Lost Song tier list. So, yeah. If I don't stream tomorrow, it won't be Sunday because I have to... It's Super Bowl Sunday. And I'm interviewing, potentially, a very well-known band now before, you know, after being unidentified. So, I'll give you a hint. They're from the UK. Do tool with that information. So, like I always say, everyone, make sure to stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy. I love y'all, and I will see you next time. Peace!